Do you want to learn the step-by-step process of siphoning gas from a car? Keep in mind that this can be challenging due to modern anti-siphoning systems. We will still walk you through the basic process, but it's important to know when and where this method is appropriate. Always be sure to follow local laws and safety precautions before attempting to siphon fuel. Before we go over the steps, siphoning gas means you're taking fuel out of a car's gas tank using a hose or tube. One end of the hose goes into the gas tank, and the other end goes into a container. This is sometimes done to move fuel from one vehicle to another or to empty the tank. Now, let's look at the process. Step number 1. Check legalities and safety. The first step in siphoning gas is to confirm that it's legal in your area because many places have strict laws against fuel siphoning due to safety and theft concerns. Violating these laws can lead to fines or other legal trouble. Along with legalities, always follow safety precautions. Work in a well-ventilated area to avoid inhaling harmful fumes. Wear protective gear like gloves and goggles and stay away from flames or sparks to prevent fire. Use a fuel-rated container to safely collect the gas and avoid spills or leaks. Step number 2. Locate the fuel tank. Once you've confirmed that it's safe and legal to siphon gas in your area, the next step is to locate the fuel tank and filler neck, which is typically found under the gas cap or flap on the side of your vehicle. Be aware that many modern cars have anti-siphon devices, like built-in screens or valves, in the filler neck to block easy access to the fuel. So if your car has these devices, it's best to stop at this point, as attempting to bypass them can damage your vehicle or be illegal. Step number 3. Prepare tools. Now, the next step is to use a siphon pump designed for automotive fuel systems. For modern vehicles with anti-siphon features, and if you really need to do the process because you need to transfer fuel to another vehicle or drain the tank for repairs, you may need a specialized tool like a siphon pump or a tube that fits into the fuel filler neck to bypass these mechanisms safely and effectively. Step number 4. Insert siphon tube. Next, carefully insert the siphon tube or pump into the fuel filler neck and make sure that it reaches the bottom of the tank where the fuel is. Be aware that in some newer cars, the tube might not reach the fuel due to a rollover valve or anti-siphon screen. In such cases, using specialized tools such as flexible, narrow siphon tubes or siphon pumps specifically designed for modern vehicles can help bypass these barriers. These tools are made to navigate the tight spaces or screens in the filler neck. Step number 5. Start siphoning. If you are using a siphon pump, follow the manufacturer's instructions to start the siphon process. Avoid using manual suction, your mouth, as this can be dangerous. Instead, use the pump to safely get the fuel flowing. But if you are using a manual tube, create suction by carefully sucking on the tube until the fuel begins to flow, but be sure to avoid swallowing or spilling any fuel. Step number 6. Collect fuel. The 6th step in our process is to direct the fuel into an approved container designed for storing gasoline, such as a red, fuel-rated plastic or metal gas can. These containers are specifically made to handle gasoline safely and are usually labeled for fuel use. Make sure that the container is also properly grounded to prevent any buildup of static electricity, which could be dangerous. Step number 7. Finish and clean up. The final step in the process of siphoning gas is to stop once you have enough fuel to avoid overfilling your container, which can lead to spills and create fire hazards. Carefully remove the siphon tube and immediately clean up any spilled gasoline to prevent fire risks or environmental damage. There you have it. That's the step-by-step process you can follow to siphon gas out of a car. Again, it's important to remember that newer cars often have anti-siphoning mechanisms, so you might encounter difficulties or find it impossible to siphon fuel using traditional methods. Always consider seeking professional help if you are unsure or face challenges during the process. We hope you find this video helpful. And you can also let us know what problems you're having with your car by leaving a comment below, and we'll assist that next here on Fix It. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.